What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Darkest Dungeon. Alright, we're picking up where we left off last time, guys. I did a few things off camera just to get us ready. Most noticeably, I renamed our Vestal here. I think her name was Halakra, something like that. She's the first Vestal we ever got, and I renamed her Nanami. So I was told this is from an older video game. I ended up looking it up. But it was a recommendation from Parallel Mango. Thank you so much, man, for caring enough to want to name character. And I also named the Jester. So where is he? There he is, Mad Hatter. So we actually had a level 0 Jester, and when I checked the stagecoach, we had a level 1 just sitting here. So I dismissed the old one, who we hadn't used yet, and just straight up got this guy, who comes with all of his stuff already unlocked and upgraded, as well as his next level of gear. And he is going to be Mad Hatter. And that was a suggestion from Mad D King. So, there you go, buddy. And we only have one more name, I believe. No, we have two more names. We still have Oz, and Zach would like a silly French name on a highwayman. And I got just the exact name. I'm going to save it for a surprise, but I like it. Something from old Cajun French, something used to get called a lot as a kid. But yeah, as soon as we get another highwayman that's not level 0, I'll pick him up and we'll add him to the squad. But for right now, we have some people from the last boss mission who are currently, really hurting on stress, and we'll take care of them. Everything's a little expensive right now, but Kata for sure needs it. Triari maybe not so much. Daryl can probably chill for a little bit, but we can't have one of our only 2 healers be stressed out, so we'll take care of her right now. Everyone else I think is good. Went ahead and unequipped all of our items. A lot of these are going to get sold soon. I can't wait. We're going to be rich. So guys, another thing we did at the end of the last episode was to trade all of our heirlooms to try and get portraits. And by the end of this next mission, we will have the bank. We'll also probably have something like 65,000 gold. Maybe a bit more once we sell all the items. Maybe we'll get up to 70, 75 even. That would be awesome. But we'll start pulling in the interest, guys, and then we'll be able to do almost whatever we want for the rest of this game gold-wise, which is huge. Super important. And heirlooms will come. There will be a point in the game where we have so many heirlooms we won't know what to do with them. But it is not this day. So this is our squad, guys, the Hunting Hounds of Hell. And I think it's a pretty good one. We've got Stanley. So funny to me that she's named Stanley. Tiberius here. We got Skibo and Boisette. Someone feel free to name Boisette if you haven't named a character already, because she's another one of those people that's going to be around for a while. And we are going to go into the Weald, and we're going to take out the Wizened Hag. So our second boss fight. I'm excited. The item we get, not the best. The Demon's Cauldron is pretty good on a character that we don't even have yet, the Occultist. Plus 30% stun skill chance. He does have, I think, an AoE stun. And the debuff skill chance is nice, plus the crit. It's all good stuff, but the stress and virtue chance are pretty rough. But we'll see. Okay. Oh my god. I just looked over at my phone, guys. My wife sent me a lewd picture of a lemon. She's cutting lemons right now at work. And there's a lemon that looks pretty suspect. Oh my god. Give me one. I gotta text her back, actually. I hate doing this, but this is too funny. I gotta let her know that I told you guys about her lewd lemon. Alright, guys. We're gonna provision. We're gonna equip our items, and we'll go more over what the strat is for this boss battle in just a second. My phone doesn't like the word lewd. Okay, ready to go. So there are a lot of other good items here to get. The Brawler's Gloves is an item that I like a lot. If we had this right now on our Hellion, that would be sick. It lowers her crit, but a lot of her abilities I think have higher chances to crit. It just straight up gives her a more steady 25% damage, which is nice. We already have one of those. This is an item that I would love to get. The Profane Scroll. It basically is like step number 1 in making a battle Vestal. It gives her increased damage, increased protection, And it makes her heal. She only gets, I think, one of these is one that she can use from the second slot. I think it's Divine Comfort. The rest of these she has to be in the back to use. But it makes her stronger at using it. Yeah, so at the cost of some stress, but I mean, you can easily offset that. But anyway, guys, I'm not stalling or anything. We're going to get in here right now. Hounds of Hell. Let's go into our items and see... 37, okay. We'll take the 20% max HP. That's 8 health. That's a ton. Martyr Seal is great. It's 5 HP. Yeah, 5 isn't bad. It's just a straight buff. There's no negative to this item. We'll increase our bleed chance. That's great on her. And here. We don't really need the protection. Stress, I think, will actually be a big factor in this battle. And I don't know how much damage we need, but HP could be pretty valuable against this boss. You know, we could equip the Bleed Stone for bleed chance. I like that. Anything else? A little bit of dodge. I mean, we're already lowering her speed to pretty low levels. And I'm also pretty sure that all of these attacks are considered ranged. Yes, they are. So if we want to boost his attack, we can use... where is it? Archer's Ring. So we're lowering the heck out of our speed, but it might be worth it. Something like that. Okay. And before we go in, let's actually look at our skills and abilities too. Let's make sure everyone's upgraded as well as they can be. Good. Step 1. Step 2, make sure we have all the things unlocked that we want. I was considering going with Iron Swan this battle. And we could change that right now instead of Yop. So Iron Swan basically just lets us hit the back line with her. We lose our stun, which is really great. But I do love this ability against certain enemies. It's very good against certain bosses. It has a huge crit chance. And here, I kind of wanted to get the stun as well. I wanted to get Rampart. And maybe remove Command or Retribution. Yeah. At the very least, we should upgrade his stuff. It's nice to have a stun. It does damage. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it has a stun and a knockback. And I think if we have these two, we don't necessarily need Retribution. So let's just keep that. And pardon me, guys. I know I'm a little rusty on the controls here, but I'm going to get better as we go. There are faster ways, kind of, to do what I'm doing right now. Which ones are we actively using? The heal, the stress, and the bleeds. That's probably fine. We could go for the other stun. Drag. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, my wife thinks that's hilarious that I told you guys. Okay. We're good on items. We are good on skills. Double check, make sure I changed everything out that I wanted to. We've got a lot of sustain in this build. I like it. And let's go, guys. You can never be too careful against boss battles. It's another medium length dungeon, so we're going to get some firewood. We also have the dog treats. Would be nice if we can actually use them this time. Let's take extra pretty much everything. I like it. I like it. Okay. Let's take maybe an extra key. Let's embark.
I had collected many rare and elusive volumes on ancient herbal properties, and was set to enjoy several weeks immersed in comfortable study. My work was interrupted, however, by a singularly striking young woman who insisted on repeated calls to the house.
So guys, the story continues. We have to beat these particular bosses 3 times. and they get consecutively, they get harder and harder as we go. There is a story element here. You won't have to exactly remember the first part because there are areas in the hamlet that we can go to listen to the entire story.
It bears a form both wretched and malevolent.
Okay. Well, unlike the last time, where half the dungeon was in a way that we knew would not be interacting with the boss, this time we're going to have to walk basically the entire length of the dungeon to get to her, which is rough, but not undoable. So we always know, like I said in the last episode, we know that the boss is always going to be in the position that's furthest away from our start. And we'll go backwards here. I think the Houndmaster is pretty decent at disarming traps. Well done. Okay, we come across our first lockbox, and we know that using a key is effective. So let's do that.
For a task well performed.
The blackest of fates. I now find myself back in the warrens among the remains of my companions. My wounds are too severe to allow the completion of my task. Thus the desecration must resume another time. Curious, there is a ring in my pocket. Where it came from I cannot begin to guess, though it bears the sigil of the estate's ancestral owner. Very curious. Interesting. I think there's another way to interact with that chest. I'm pretty sure you can use anti-venom, but I'm kind of saving my anti-venom for these type of fights where I know we're going to get blighted. So let's see how much damage this can do. Up to 14, it's pretty accurate. This is almost a guaranteed kill. So let's just do that. Man, if we hit anyway. They're all pretty vulnerable to bleed. And if we stun this guy, he won't be able to get bonus damage from his mark, which is nice. So whenever we upgraded Bolster, we ended up getting an extra dodge from that. So now we have 6 dodge here. And that's pretty damn strong. It doesn't do a ton of bleed, but it does enough. I'm telling you guys, as soon as I start recording, every time without fail, I get a scam call.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
See if we can't finish this guy. Oh, it's not enough bleed. Okay. Dang, we're missing at the worst times. So if we land this, it'll be a kill. There's always a danger in spreading out your damage as opposed to really focusing down targets in this game.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
We're going to make sure we heal our Hellion. We're missing a lot of attacks. Come on, let's get that big heal. Perfect. This guy's dead. He's not going to get a chance to attack. And she also has a heal, if we'd like to use it. The dog is dead, and now it's just this very slow guy. Let's heal up. And we could go for the stun here.
Masterfully executed.
And that does move him forward, but we're very interchangeable. It's nice to have a little bit of movement on your squad, because it's going to allow us, if anyone moves us around, we can just continuously use his ability to put him back into the front, and that might help us shuffle.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Try and lower this stress. We'll probably just get the kill here.
Advantage. Give them no
That's of
quarter.
course just fine with me. And we're certainly not going to pass up on sapphires. Let's get this journal page the heck out of here. And reshuffle our party. And now I'm happy I took an extra key with me. Is it too early to start dumping stuff? I almost never use the dog treats. I'm honestly just going to dump them. We have a long way to go to get to the boss battle. The odds are I would just use them in a battle regardless. Let's hope for some good supplies here. Heirlooms, I guess, is fine.
Waiting to be spent.
You know what? We'll do this. We lost one torch. That's okay. We brought extras. And we may end up picking up extras as well. And with a Vestal in our party, we know we can generate more torchlight. That's a good hit. It's not quite a kill, but if we land this, it certainly will be. And we can use our stun again. So a double stun, this guy dies. Very good first turn. Now we can use some healing and stress relief. Our stress is pretty manageable. Beautiful. Good dodge. And I guess we'll heal her. We keep getting some pretty low rolls. Alright. And we'll actually purge this bleed.
Continue the onslaught.
With her heal.
Destroy them all.
Buffs her damage and accuracy too by quite a bit. Mostly just trying to get the Vestal stress down. Did not land the stun, sadly. But I think it's safe to go ahead and get the kill now. 30. Ah! I love it.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Thanks, Wayne. I also believe. I was about to say, I bet there's a trap right here. Happy that we dodged it. No, don't do it. What's that? No. Okay, she managed to find stuff, but it could have very easily been crappy. We're going to drop the citrine in favor of the portraits. I think that's pretty smart. This is the cheapest of the gems that we currently have. And every portrait that we get is one less other item that we need to try and now we have plus. One less other heirloom that we need to try and trade for more portraits. That's what I was trying to say. But we'll take, at this point, we want heirlooms over gold. And I'm going to get rid of the jade. It's not a bad trade. But very soon, I think the holy waters are probably next on the list of things to go. And there are some very strong enemies in this place that we haven't even faced yet. The giant, I think, for instance. Alright, and we get some more ectoplasms. They only have 8 HP. If you can kill them quickly, they're basically like the easiest fight in here. But if you cannot, and you leave their corpses on the ground, they become one of the most difficult fights in here. Down they go. Very easy.
This expedition at least promises success.
And we're using our torchlight. We're going to try and camp here. This doesn't have piercing. Does not. We'll take that attack, and maybe we can use either the Vestal or the Hound's Rush to get this kill. Really hoping we would go first there. Since there are 4 enemies, let's go ahead and boost our dodge. I think in the long run, in a longer battle like this, If we dodge 1 or 2 attacks even because of that, it'll be worth it. And getting this kill before he gets a chance to attack is huge. And since she's marked, we need to be extra careful.
This is how a life is taken.
Because they will focus her down pretty heavily.
Annihilated.
Perfect. Excellent buff versus bleeding targets. And yeah, start working on this guy. The odds of us getting the kill are pretty low. So let's just get the stun. I keep dreading the crit from these guys. Good bleed. And he should be dead now. That's 4 and 4.
As the fiend falls,
a little bit of quick math I'm doing.
Blossoms.
Hopefully, you know, I don't need to explain every single, you know, mathematical decision. I think you guys know what the deal is. I'm quickly monitoring their health. I'm knowing how much bleed is done by each attack. And I'm trying to coordinate, you know,
confidence
stunning at some point and getting the kills at others. Okay, this is now 500 gold. Use the holy water. We can just open this box. It's trapped. No. Okay. Maybe that holy water saved us. We had resistance there, plus 33%. Unintended benefit.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption.
We'll chop down those vines.
With misintent.
First hunger check. No problem. We've got tons of extra food. And the Weald is actually a place where you can pick up a lot of extra food as well. And with that high torchlight, we're going to get a nice scout. 3 more battles, at least, between us and the boss.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Okay. Tough decisions to make. I think we're going to eat this food. Yeah. I think that's worth it. Okay. And now we come to the old tree, which we know that if we use anti-venom, we're good.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
And that was great. That was 1,000 gold, plus another 250, plus a torch, which we can actually use now. Alright, fast kills. Let's go.
To the pit.
Let's not let this ectoplasm take over this battle.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Very good dodge. Pretty high stun resistance.
Begone,
Nice, good
fiend.
crit. She won't do the most damage because we do have the Youth Chalice, but she's much tankier than normal.
As victories
And I think
mount,
we're just going to toss
so too will
375 gold,
resistance.
as much as that hurts.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Please don't investigate. Oh my god. Okay, she's gotten lucky twice. And we've just thrown away 400 gold recently. Should be another easy fight, and we surprised them. Great. Dang. Sneaky bugs.
Another one falls.
Get rid of the maggots first, I guess, because they do stress damage.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Hopefully we don't get blighted. We do, but it's only 3 damage. Oh, now they're giving us blood.
Foolish
Jesus.
horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
So now I'm tempted to drop the anti-venom. And I think I will. Blood is something we don't need yet, but man, when we need blood, we're going to be happy that we picked up every single blood that we could. And this is a surprisingly annoying fight. The dodge on these hounds is pretty high, plus they almost always get to go first unless you surprise them. It can be very difficult to kill them. If you, let's say we get our next turn here and we miss a bunch and we don't kill any of them, we'll find ourselves quickly getting overwhelmed in damage and in bleeds. So that first hit obviously was great. We'll just take the kill. Let's not get greedy. And we'll go for a stun. They're very weak to stuns. They only have a 10% resistance. The rabbit ashes. Resident Evil dogs. Okay, another weak status effect. Tempted here to use stress relief. Just for her. And we'll do this for free torchlight.
The light.
That'll put us back up to 100. Nice. Man, I want room for more gold.
So clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
What I'm asking myself right now is whether or not I want to get rid of 2 torches. Because can I make it here to here, back out, campfire, and then go back? And I think if I'm asking myself that question, I just need to get rid of the bandages. And we're gonna make use of the torchlight. Okay, a hunger check. Not the worst time. We had a bit of oh, I could have used one of the bandages on him. That was a mistake. At least I realized it. Next time I'll make sure to be more careful. We could have used one of the bandages on him, dumped the other one. Make good use of these torches. I was hoping to get a scout so I know it's here. But I think we're going to investigate it anyway. Oh god. Okay, we got the surprise at least. This is not the type of fight I really wanted to see. Oh, she's got to be in the first position to use that. Okay. That's something worth remembering.
Obliterated.
I need to reshuffle my party for her to use her Iron Swan. But if we land this attack, we get the bleed. That effectively puts him down to 5. This should get the kill. Yeah, so he's dead. Very good. She even gets a nice stress relief. Bleed. Let's stun the first guy. Love the unique effects when you get a crit. That didn't always used to be in the game, but I'm happy it is. And he still hasn't gone yet, so let's go for the stun that also gives us the free torchlight. It would be nice to heal him, and I think we will next round. This guy is dead, so we can just focus on him. Put some inevitability on him. We get extra damage versus bleed, so just make sure we don't take a hit while we're waiting. No stress relief. Let's hope for a big heal.
A momentary abatement.
We could probably afford to do that one more time, but I think we'll just get the kill there.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a
Man, our items are full. Okay. Well, let's just use this. I think we want to pick this up. It's worth something.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Medicinal herbs is the answer here, and that's going to get us a ton of food. just a ton. We use this to heal ourselves, and then we'll toss the rest. And I'm glad we picked that up, because that's going to help us survive a hunger check, as well as camp. So I had a question in the last episode as to what happened when we failed a hunger check. And someone answered that for me. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was Peter, which I appreciate in the comment section, man. I think it was our grave robber. Correct me if I'm wrong, who has stress eater. So when the time came, she wasn't able to eat enough food, so we just failed the hunger check, which was awful. But that would have driven me crazy had I not known. If I ask a question like that, guys, please feel free to answer. I definitely, you know, it's hard to talk and pay attention to everything at the same time. I do my best. The torchlight is going to put us back into Radiant. Is she dead? 3 into... Yeah, she's dead. Let's just get the stun here. One down. Stack those bleeds. Let's go for this. Nice. Oh, that's right. We can't hit people in the front row with the attack. Very good stun. I think we hit it through the stun resistance. And I'm happy we held on to this last key. It was tempting to get rid of it. Alright, he's dead. One more scratcher left. Probably worth it to try a stress heal. Nothing again. Bad luck. Very good. I think we can just finish this fight. We don't need to try and grind it out for stress relief or anything like that. That's what we were trying to get the last time. Get those levels nice and low. The boss fight's coming up. She gets the kill here, maybe she'll get a little stress relief. She did not.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So another dodge stone. This is worth a little bit. It's worth about as much as the citrine. I think we're going to toss it though.
Finding the stuff is
Wow,
only
that
the
was
first
great.
test.
3 heirlooms.
Now it must be carried home.
It was very worth it for us to come this way, it turns out. So we're going to get to this next area, and we're going to be in a little bit of the dark. Not super worried about it, as long as there aren't multiple battles between us.
Glittering gold,
Damn.
trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
I'm going to do the scary thing and toss the shovel. Cross your fingers that doesn't bite us in the butt. But there's so little dungeon left between us. Very timely torch. And we can go ahead and read this. Blood-soaked pages torn from a journal. My fears are confirmed. With our torch doused by an errant spray of seawater, we were ambushed. Strange fish-like hominoids, or hominids, ambushed us in the sudden darkness. The pitch of the torch caught quickly, and I glimpsed scaly appendages swinging crude weapons, glistening and barbed. They didn't last long with our torch rekindled. Alas, one bit me on the neck before I gutted it. The wound stings and tingles strangely. Our physic told me to keep it clean and covered. Yeah. That's the guy I think later on in the other journal passage that we read is kind of like turning into a fish
Mechanical
person.
hazards, possessed by evil intent.
We're alright. Oh, perfect, a scout. And just to mess with us, the game decided to throw an obstacle that we cannot get rid
Without tools
of.
of iron, you must rely on flesh and indefatigable
That's okay
purpose.
though. We kept our firewood. So we're going to reduce this stress and buff ourselves.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight.
So let's feast. We regain
Uneasy companionship.
our HP. We fix our stress a good bit. We're going to use Hound's Watch to make sure that we're not surprised. I must rest now, girl. Your nose must guard us this night. And we can also probably do plenty of other buffs. Man, Revel's kind of weak. I guess it's good if it can save you from stress. All companions get extra damage. That's pretty huge. Weapons practice. All companions minus 10 stress. Therapy dog is sick. Let's do that. I like that buff. And then let's also get weapons practice. Good damage increases. And we still have 1 point left, but that's okay. I think we did that pretty well. We got a lot of good buffs. We lowered our stress, increased our HP, and we didn't get punished for not having a shovel. That scout really saved us. I was considering going down the hall and then backing out, but what I find happens a lot when I do that, the game will spawn an enemy in between me and the boss. More food? Sure. And let's reorganize our party. Glad I remembered before we get there. And here we go, y'all. Slightly less dark. Or slightly more dark, I should say. She has a higher chance to crit. But we're buffed, and we're ready. Let's go.
Twisted and maniacal. A slathering testament to the powers of corruption.
Okay, she put him in the pot right off the bat. So she puts you in a cauldron. And she slams you. And while you're in the cauldron, you get burnt. So the Hellion is really good at bursting down the cauldron, getting lucky, 14 damage and just killing it. What's her resistances like? She's very resistant to stuns and blights, but not so much against bleed. Let's try and get our Houndmaster out of the pot. But at some point we're going to have to do damage to her. And see, that's what I'm saying. 17 damage would have just done it. Let's top everybody off.
Sedated.
At some point though, you have to hope that she misses this attack. Otherwise you're going to spend like an endless cycle of trying to get people out of the pot. We don't have a lot of AoE either. And we haven't hurt her yet, which is what's worrying me. I'm trying to get the dodge onto our guy. Okay. Alright, we need to start putting damage on her. Can't make the pot bleed, of course. Not good. That was a pretty low hit.
A decisive pummeling.
And she's shuffling us around pretty horribly. We need her to miss this. She keeps hitting it, and I'm pretty sure it's not a 100% guaranteed thing. I think what we need to do is leave whoever's in the pot and just attack her. Because we're not getting anywhere like this. And I don't think she gets that buff. Because what'll happen is she'll get dumped out. Yeah, let's try and burst her down. She'll get dumped out at death's door, and we'll be able to heal her back up. The pod is almost like a trap for us right now. I wish we had been hitting her since the beginning, because we'd have done a lot of damage. I think she has a self-heal. The Hellion has a lot of HP, so she should be fine in there.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
But a crit on the person who can heal herself. It's only 1 damage.
Teetering on the brink,
and then she gets dumped out. So at death's door, when a hero is reduced to 0 HP, they are at death's door. While in this state, they will suffer stat penalties, plus any further damage has a chance to kill them. Heal them to get them off of death's door. She also has the martyr seal, however, so she gets buffs at death's door. And now she's no longer at death's door, but she does have death's door recovery, which weakens her. And if she gets hit here, she'll probably just go right back to death's door.
At the very precipice of oblivion.
Okay. Not so bad. I think we can just kill her and end this fight. I'm gonna be like hyper careful and just get her off of death's door. And now we just get the kill here.
Leave her corpse to rot, consumed by the spores she spawned.
And surprisingly, this is pretty much how the fight goes, guys. We made it out just fine.
Momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Not bad at all. That was everything. We did the whole dungeon. We made it out with full sacks of stuff that we can sell and trade. Whew, and no real negative effects. Even as bad as that looked, all of our stress is low, and we did fine. Another boss battle done for us. Another very rare item picked up. We'll just hit next here. And now we're going to unlock the bank. Wheel Scrounger, good. Cove Adventurer, good. Slow Reflexes, kind of crappy. And Luminous, very good. +2 speed, +5 dodge is huge. That's probably worth, I mean, that is worth locking in for sure.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
Cat is still not doing so hot, but he'll get a chance to rest for now. Okay, a couple level 0s. But check this out, guys. We only need 3 more. And let's trade crests. We did it. So, I mean, intelligent people who play this game for themselves can definitely disagree on whether or not my strat of rushing the bank is solid. I hope that by the time we get into the mid game, you will see the value of this. I've played Darkest Dungeon runs from start to finish, where you basically spend the whole game broke. Every mission is just there to keep you afloat, and by the time you get to the end of the game, you barely have enough gold to get, you know, your cracked squad with no quirks, no negative quirks, and good quirks. And it's just miserable. It's just this whole thing that you're just constantly struggling against. But the way I'm going to play this, getting this bank quickly, is going to allow us to do whatever we want past the mid game, guys. And I'm excited to show you that strat and to kind of prove its value. And that, you know, although we're foregoing early upgrades, it doesn't really matter because we're not pushing beyond level 3 at the moment. We're going to take our time and level everyone up to 3 essentially, while taking out the early game bosses. And then by the time it comes that we really need those next level upgrades, we'll have them. and we'll have a ton of gold as well. So, I almost don't want to hit the button. I feel like I'm prolonging it. But then next would be the vintners. So, once we start getting deep into the courtyard, we're going to want to have this already done. Another reason, good, I'm glad I didn't sell the busts. But we'll be holding on to busts as much as we can for as long as we can. So let's do it, guys. Building the bank. Perfect. It's our first one unlocked, and that took our blueprint. So no more blueprints. We can't build anything else, even if we had the materials. So 5%. It's not a lot, but at this point, it's 2,500 extra gold at the end of our next run. But what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, unequip all trinkets, and we're going to go through our trinkets together and sell the stuff that's like garbage and stuff that I just know. It's not always garbage. There is a use for pretty much every item in the game now, whereas before there really wasn't. But there are items that we have right now that I just know that I'm not going to use. Let's sort by rarity. And that being the case, I know that I can get rid of some of them. So if I hold shift, you'll see at the top it tells me what it sells for. And we'll get rid of some of these. Some of the cheaper ones. Anything that gives me a strict positive upgrade, like this is just plus 10 max HP. There's no downside to it at all. I'm going to hold on to those. This I don't think we need. Don't need the damage stone. We're going to pick up 1,000,000 of those. We have some items for the occultist. We can pretty much guarantee his debuff skill chance at the cost of his stress, virtue, and HP. The occultist items to me always feel bad. And we'll get rid of the camper's helmet. It's worth 1,500. And we straight up don't need it. We'll get rid of the warrior's bracer as well. Tempted to get rid of these as well, but I don't think we need to do that quite yet. And I'm also tempted to get rid of this cursed incense, and I think I will. We're not going to use this. It's 1,500. Very good. So just like that, we made almost 10 grand. No big deal. And we can look to see how we want to embark. Where we're going now. Switch up the party. Very close to wanting to go into the courtyard. This is an awesome weapon to get a set. Shard of glass. These are also very, I don't think I mentioned this before, but these special items with this golden border, you'll see at the bottom where it says we're all falling apart. The shard of glass itself is part of a story that references the flagellant. And I think you have to get the items to unlock the kind of the story. But I kind of remember the flagellant story because it's very vivid. And maybe we'll get a chance to go over that together. Let's see where we want to go. Plus 7% crit on the Jester is nice. These are all medium strength dungeons now, or veteran strength dungeons. These are medium length. Tempted to go into the cove so we can unlock the cove's first boss. And I think that's fine. I think we should go into the cove. It's a medium length battle, but it doesn't want us to bring things places. Could bring Boisset back in. I really wish we had unlocked a cultist, because I would love to be using one right now. Who are we going to bring into the cove with us? Let's bring in Jake. Using an antiquarian as a healer on any run is very risky. Do something cool. But I do want a healer. It's just straight up the safest way to do this. Like that, maybe. Try and make some money. The Jester. We have everything unlocked for him. So, Solo is a pretty good ability. We want Inspiring Tune, and I definitely want Battle Ballad. Slice off's more of his standard attack. This moves him forward one, which I don't really want to do. It's alright. We can just hold on to this. I think this is fine. Solo and Finale are kind of a combo. You buff up Finale. It's a really huge attack. We'll go over that strategy once, you know, we're finding a way to make use of it. But it's nice to have a Jester for stress relief in a party with an Abomination. Whoa, he's tone deaf? Oh my god, that's horrible. Oh no, my exact strategy I was trying to do won't work as well because he's tone deaf. Wow, it's like the game knew what I wanted to do and just like wrecked me. Okay. It's still not bad, but it's not good either. Maybe we do something with Behemoth. Although Bleed is not the most effective in the Cove, which is kind of why I was trying to avoid it. And some of these attacks, yeah, this is not a good. I don't like this comp as much. I also don't like using the Shield Breaker in medium dungeons at this level, because she's going to cause us to have nightmares. And unless we have a really solid squad, fighting those snakes can be really scary. So maybe we just bring a really solid squad. Where's Xenophon? Something like this. She can move herself around. She has Pierce and she has Impale. And her Adder's Kiss is an extremely powerful ability versus them. This episode's going to go long again, guys. I apologize for that if you're not into long episodes. But I think this is fine. The Antiquarian's the only thing I'm not 100% about. She's going to be a bit of a liability. You know what? If we're bringing... Yeah. We want more firepower. If we're going to bring her... The snake battles, guys, I don't think I'm over-exaggerating. The snake battles are rough. So if we're going to bring her and deal with those snake battles, we are going to want a more powerful offensive squad. We don't need the protection. We'll just ixnay that. Let's get the ranged skill. Her speed is already trash, so we might as well get the extra dodge. And then we'll just get the extra HP there. Alright. I'm good to go. Let's see if there's a name for this. Doesn't look like it. Very good. And our Arbalister, we need to change this up. So, Flare can be great against the snakes because I think some of them are stealthed. Oh wow, the Musketeer is different. I don't think they have blind fire. They have their pistol shot instead. Interesting. But Bola is essentially the same as buckshot. Alright, I like that. So everyone upgraded. Looks like it. And we're good to go, guys. Let's head into this. We will over-provision. Better to be safe than sorry. 2 of everything. Are we good? No, we need Venom. The only thing I consider bringing is Laudanum to deal with horror. Just like one of them. But I think the Crusader can do a decent job of keeping back Distress. Some runs, I mean, you basically just use his heal, stress relief, torchlight. I mean, you just use it every single round.
These salt-soaked
And rely on
caverns
everyone
are
else to do the
teeming with
damage.
pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
Man, amazing scout. Kind of sucks though, because it looks like every single battle here is not in a room, which is our quest. But we're here to make money, and we're here to get curios and find as many heirlooms as we can. Go for that Adder's Kiss. You know what, let's do this instead. And a stun here makes sense because he does have a damage boost. So not even letting him use it seems great to me.
Obliterated.
Perfect. Go for a big attack.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And we might try and lower her stress. I mean, she's pretty high on it right now. Use our bandage. Get a little off heals while he's stunned. Oh, do we have to be... Okay. So damage block. Damage block tokens, also known as Aegis tokens, absorb 100% of the physical damage from the next attack that strikes the hero. Cool to get those online in a time where you're not actually threatened. We'll go for another stun. Why not? And a blind fire is a way for us to hit the front line. It's random. But when there's only one enemy left, it doesn't matter. It also buffs our speed. So we can check out this. And now that Xenophon is cured of his kleptomania, we don't have to worry about him stealing all of our stuff. Alright. This is a long one, so I'll try and make it quick, because we could very easily be going into another like hour and 20-minute long episode. Alright, free torch. And we have a battle right here. Drowned Thrall is the priority target. But we can just impale. Stun that dude. He doesn't ever explode on his first run, I don't believe. On his first turn.
Pummeling.
We'll do the shuffle, and now we'll use Zealous Accusation.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Nice. So that buys us a turn to do whatever we want. Oh, well. He gets to go first. He's pretty fast. And that puts her right back into the position where she wants to be.
The light, the promise of safety.
There we go. And her stress is actually coming down.
Horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
And I think we saved room for items, which is cool. Later in the game, we'll always have 2 items on everyone. But for now, it's nice because it saves us slots. If we find any items, we can just put them on someone. Ooh, another scout. I've been crossing my fingers this whole time that we can unlock a secret room. But it hasn't happened yet. Mostly I just want to show you guys what it is. And also because it gives us a ton of gold. That's such a strong attack. This guy's dead, so we can do whatever we want. We'll focus on keeping our torchlight high for free and lowering. You know what? Let's not risk blind fire hitting the guy that's already dead. But we're going to lower our stress as much as we can. And by the time we're done camping, it'll probably be fine as well.
For death by inches.
And they're fast. They'll certainly go before us. We'll use some heals.
Annihilated.
Nice. Almost certainly won't kill him, but it will give us the speed that we almost certainly need to go before him on the next round, and then we can just kill him at will. Nope, still faster than us. Good dodge, though. So we'll cheese it just enough to get this stress down, get that torchlight up.
A blazing star is born.
Perfect. Below 20 is a nice place to be.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Let's go. I'll take some heirlooms. There should be another curio in here. Ah, and I don't think we've seen this one before. Big boy's gotta go. We could use an impale to hit everyone. Sucks pretty bad when you don't actually get the hit. And it didn't do a lot of damage either. I think impale gets some sort of extra ability later. Like it poisons. But at this level it doesn't. So it kind of sucks. I need to stop thinking of it as like a great AoE skill at this point. And just need to wait until it gets all the way upgraded to use it. Ooh, and a stun. We could stun the Guardian out of this attack. I don't think we have the stun unlocked on Xenophon. Alright. Lucky us. And AoE gets around his protections. And she's also very good at killing high prot enemies. She's got 58% right now, but she pierces. Okay, rough miss. We'll blind fire. If we hit him, fine. If we hit the guy in the back, fine. Oh, we do have the stun unlocked. Excellent. The music is getting real stressful. We'll see if we can't heal her back up.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Get a little bit greedy.
Momentary abatement.
We should be able to get the kill right now.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Okay, we want to make room for heirlooms for sure. I think we can safely drop 2 torches. Famous last words. So what this does, this is a ship's figurehead, and I think it gives you a damage buff, but it also has a chance to remove stress. So I'd honestly rather have the stress reduction right now than the damage buff. But either way, I mean, we do attack with our Vestal, so whatever happens, nice. We reduced our stress. So I think that was the least likely of the options, but it's still nice to have that happen. And just like that, we're a stress-free party who hasn't even had to camp yet. But this is a long dungeon, y'all. Crossing my fingers we won't have any types of collector showdowns. But we still got a surprise.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Damn, we hit the exact wrong one. Okay. This attack plus the Crusader should kill him. So getting 2 dead before the battle starts is great.
Never hidden.
Wow, the crit. Truth prevails. And what's his buff? He gets extra prot for a round. Probably saved him a damage or 2 there. Not altogether worthless. Just use the heal here. Give him the healing buff. And then when we go to heal with our Vestal, he'll get a nice, huge heal. Actually, let's use this. He gets 4, everyone else gets 3.
In the fevered pitch of battle.
Still want to get another heal off.
Inspiration and improvement. Soothed.
Very good.
Sedated.
No stress, and we're almost completely healed. That's what you want to see in these types of dungeons. It's fair to say, though, that we are a little bit leveled for this type of thing. It's antiquarian only.
Victory, but a victory
Man,
nonetheless.
we can't pick up anything. We could eat that. We want to grab this. This is 1,500 gold. So let's drop. Man, what do we drop here? It's tempting to drop all that food that we don't need. Let's use the holy water. Let's get rid of the bandages. At least for the emeralds. And then we want to hold on to the medicinal herbs in case we get the chance to remove negative quirks. Could get rid of gold, but we're just going to have to make more space if we drop gold. The onyx is worth as much as both citrines put together, so it might be worth getting rid of them. Or the anti-venom. Damn. It's a rough call. So we're going to have less good options for interacting with curios. We know the medicinal herbs work here, but it's probably just going to give us a bunch of food.
Gold,
Wow.
trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Well, let's do that. That was a lot of gold's worth of stuff there.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Alright. First hunger check. Honestly, not scared, not worried about seeing that. We've got tons of food. And I'd almost rather get rid of it than just have it go to waste. Damn. Let's go investigate. Who has the best chance? 70, 70, 80. The Vestal, surprisingly. We're going to go to the end of the room and then turn around instead of walking backwards. So walking backwards is asking for an ambush. There we go. Another hunger check. Glad we kept the food, because when we camp, we're going to... We honestly don't need to eat 8 because we're in perfect health and perfect low stress. And the odds have been ever in our favor. So here's a new one. I think you need holy water for this. This is the brackish tide pool. Could be holy water, could be anti-venom. Either way, we don't have any. I'm going to avoid it. I don't remember what it does off the top of my head. And it's either anti-venom or holy water. Something you like pour into it, that's all I remember. And we don't have what we need. So we'll just walk by it. It's not something that's going to give us gems, so we don't really have to worry about taking a risk. Nice, huge damage on that. And I'm curious what they can do from the last position. Can they probably still do their same attack? Alright, they can still use spearfishing even from the last area. And we will use blind shot. And we really can't touch him in the last position, so let's just get an extra free torchlight.
Seize this momentum.
I guess we'll
Push
dump the
on
jade.
to the task's end.
You know what? No, we're not going to dump the jade. We're going to use this food. Dump it. Pick this up. Open this chest. Wow. Boy, am I glad we opened that chest. That was a lot of heirlooms. And we're going to get rid of this one jade for these deeds. Let's keep going. I think the first snake battle, which is mostly what I'm thinking about right now, is relatively easy. Oh, wow. Okay. We want the blood. We know we want the blood. This is 500. One medicinal herb I don't think we need. Dang. We'll pick this up. And another hunger check. That's the third one so far. Glad we've had all this extra food. And we know we're going into a battle, so we'll make sure that the radiant light is active. And if maybe our Arbalister can go first before the Acolyte, I was thinking we could get that kill. Good move, resist. Having him knock back would have been miserable. Let's prevent some damage here. Let's not mess around with stress. Just get rid of her. She messes up our torchlight, she hurts us, and she causes stress. Small bleed. Smite him. Boom.
Eradicated.
Eradicated. One more good shot like that and he's down.
Destroyed.
I don't know why I forgot that Pierce can attack the back line. That's so good.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Another trap lockbox. That's pretty rough. But we do get another scout. So this is where the last battle is, I believe. So let's go this way. We'll ignore that. Can't do anything with that. And we see the trap here. She's 3 for 3 right now. That's awesome. Pure luck. Probably shouldn't have used that torch, just because I think we might rest here. Or honestly, we could rest even after we finish the last battle, but I want to make room for stuff in our inventory. And we do need that shovel. Yeah, let's rest and get ready for this battle.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Let's only use some of the food in case there's another hunger check. Man, having increased speed for everyone would be nice. I'm looking more at buffs right now because we know we're going to get ambushed. She can protect the heck out of herself and give us all armor piercing. Okay, let's use marching plan. Let's use snake eyes. Snake skin. We can remove stress from anyone that has it. We don't really have a lot. Let's just use prey, and we can get the protection buffs on people. Wow, she's got plus 20% prot. That's awesome. Let's rest. This place is horrific. Even so, I am at ease. We're like camping out in front of a dead sperm whale. Here we go. Whoa, it didn't happen. Okay. Maybe it doesn't happen the first time. Man, maybe I was just totally misremembering that. Oh no. So we need the shovel for the obstacle. I know the shovel will knock the barnacles off. Is there anything else you can use? Can you use like a bandage? I know we don't have any, but I'm just trying to think. I don't think so. But there's a good chance we'll bleed, but I'm not willing to, yeah. Dang it. Okay. There was still a chance we could get the heirlooms and stuff inside. But no, you gotta have a shovel to knock the barnacles off. This is nice.
Executed with impunity.
So man, sorry for all the build-up for the snake battle that never happened. Not 100% sure why we didn't get that. Unless maybe they changed it, I don't know. Or maybe they just don't do it to you the first time you camp with her. But after that, I think it happens like every single time until you kind of finish her story. I don't know if it's gated behind level or, like I said, if it's just the first time they just don't do it. I don't know. I can always look it up and get back to you guys. But if you know off the top of your head, feel free to put that in the comment section so that I know. And I'm sure that if you knew that already, you were probably just listening to me say that and you're like, man, it's not going to happen. And that's a double. I knew that any way we did that, we were going to get the double. So it was all good.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
And off we go to the last fight. Rearrange ourselves. Man, I wanted to do that snake battle. The snake battle gives you some really good loot. It gives you shield breaker specific items. Couple not so nasty hits. They have identical speed. There's no real choice there. If we stun him, he doesn't get to go. And man, I think we needed another shovel to pry open this this giant clam here.
Decimated.
Guess we didn't have enough shovels. I thought we had 3 at one point, but we just had a ton of checks, I guess. Let's move him closer.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Down they go, and we're finished, y'all.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Let's try and open it anyway. Dang. Okay. Doesn't matter. There was still a good chance we could have gotten some loot.
Marine life can
but
flourish.
It's okay. I think we came out of this very well. So not bad. So about 9,000 worth. Not to mention all of the items that we picked up that were pretty trash that we're just going to sell. Plus the 2,500 at least that we know we're getting from our interest rate. The gold is going to be pouring in. And we've gotten Boisset to level 3 as well. But man, it's been a long one, guys. I'm getting a little bit tired.
Irritant, the sum.
I'm going to have to go walk around outside.
Sanguine memory to me.
Do some yard work or something, stretch my legs. Let's check here, see what we get. Nothing we really want. But, whew, okay, y'all. 67,000, almost 68,000. We can come into here, unequip all trinkets, sort by rarity, and we've got a lot of good antiquarian trinkets. We don't want this. This is garbage. 750 for free. We don't need the disease resist. That's pretty trash. And I thought we picked up something else. The Book of Intuition. Not terrible. I think you can use this in all dark runs to make sure that you don't get surprised. It kind of negates one of the biggest negative factors of those runs, but I think I wouldn't try doing an all dark run until I had a really powerful squad anyway, in which case I'm probably using the best items that I have just to be more combat effective. So I think in that instance I'm just not using this. And I'm also going to sell the Blood Course Medallion. As well, because I'd rather have plus 10 dodge, which just prevents us from needing to be healed in the first place if she can dodge everything, and the 25% prot, which if she does get hit, she'll be a lot tougher to kill. So that's kind of my thinking there. And then everything else we're good. So we're sitting at over 72,000. We don't really have anything to spend gold on, because if we check here, now we've got a boss battle and a pretty good Crusader item for certain types of builds. His Holy Orders. Good Hellion item. Ooh, Feather Crystal's great. Really great on a Highwayman type character, given that speed and dodge. Man-at-Arms Longevity Eye Patch. Lost and Found town event. I don't remember which one that is. Might be worth doing. And Sunshine in the Thicket as well. Interesting, guys. Well, we'll see about all this next time. I'm not sure if we'll go straight for this. We might do this at the end of tomorrow's episode. So look forward to our first ever fight with the Siren. Oh man, my brain is fried. So let's go ahead and tell a knock knock joke. Okay, here we go, y'all. Knock knock. Who's there? Avenue. Avenue who? Avenue knocked on this door before? And I'll hold for applause. Crack my back and my knuckles and call it an episode, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We did take down a boss. Look forward to a boss battle in the next episode. We unlocked the bank. We've got a couple more level 3s, so that way when the time comes we can go into veteran difficulty stuff. And we can also go into the courtyard with a nice selection of characters that we'll want to use. And towards that end, we'll probably level up Stanley, Skibo, and perhaps a Highwayman, Jake Abbott, something like that. Even Behemoth would be great. Those will be, and also our Jester, Mad Hatter. Anything that causes bleed is going to be great in the courtyard. And we'll look to level them up next, probably taking them to the cove with us tomorrow, and just getting prepared for us to do the courtyard stuff. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming, and as always, y'all, I will see you in the next one. Take care.